the Bible states in Joshua chapter 1 verse 11 says that pass through the host and command the people, saying, prepare your victuals from within, 3 days you shall pass over this Jordan, to go in the possess the land which the Lord your God giveth you to possess it. In the same manner, preparation is the next step after learning the basic terminology in accounting. This time, the focus is on how financial reports are prepared in systematic manner, observing therein the various accounting principles so that users can rely on such information. Remember that accounting is a language of business. Henceforth, more accounting terms will be introduced as you go deeper in the study of accounting.
These words keep falling from my lips. A song for Erica, a song without an end. These words keep falling from my lips. Don't tell me what to do, don't tell me what to say. These words keep falling from my lips. I sing this song, but not for her. I sing this song, but not for her.
accounting cycle is the process that your account go through to create your financial statement each month. From entry transactions to make and adjust interest to close your books at the end of the month. This is the process that compute over and over. That's why it's run as a cycle. You do 1 month to set your income expense account back to zero, and you start the next month and the same process again. A look at this process up close. First, transactions take place, then you can record these transactions in your QuickBooks. These transactions need to be posted to the general ledger. Then you're going to be print your trial balance and make sure debit equals credit. Then you make in your adjusting interest necessary, and you're gonna reprint trial balance or adjusted trial balance and make sure debit equals credit still. Then go ahead to print the financial statement, the profit loss, and the balance sheet. Then closing interest will be entered. QuickBook does this all automatically, and you go back to step 1, transaction taking place. In more details, transaction taking place includes create card receipt or card receipt, create an invoice to customer, write a check or write a payroll check as you receive a bill to a vendor. Then you take these record transactions and you're gonna enter them into QuickBooks, put into QuickBooks, and you assign them to an account, whether it's an income account, expense account, or gross account, or balance sheet account. Nowadays, you need to post your account to general ledger, and you no longer have to do the QuickBooks. Does this all automatically for you. After your general ledger looking good, you print the trial balance, take a look at your report, make sure in balance in your debit equals your credits. If you're off, you have to do some adjusting interest, or you may have some other monthly adjustment to make. After you make all your monthly adjustment, then you print an adjusted trial balance. Again, make it sure you're in balance and your debit equals. Go ahead in financial statement, your profit loss, your balance sheet, and your cash flows. At this point, you're ready to close the month. You go ahead, save those reports, and then income expense accounts can be zero out, and you do not have to close the closing interest and the zeroing out. In an account, QuickBooks does not automatically, so income expense account are closed out. We go back to the step 1, transaction taking place. That's the accounting cycle and how it works.
These words keep falling from my lips. A song for Erica, a song without an end. These words keep falling from my lips. Don't tell me what to do, don't tell me what to say. These words keep falling from my lips. I sing this song, but not for her. I sing this song, but not for her.
Accounting concepts and principles are a set of broad conventions that have been devised to provide a basic framework for financial reporting. As financial reporting involves significant professional judgment by accountants, these concepts and principles ensure that the users of financial information are not misled by the adoption of accounting policies and practices that go against the spirit of the accountancy profession. In Chapter 1, we mention about the entity concept and objectivity principle. Entity concepts means if we are to apply in real terms on business transactions are allowed to be entered into the books of the accounts, and such transactions should be authorized by the manager of the company. Second is reliability principle. This is the effect of the previous applications of the accounting principles. Because we apply the entity concept and objectivity principle, it will make our transactions reliable. And third is matching concept, which means that expenses incurred by organization must be charged to the income statement in the accounting period in which the revenue to which those expenses relate is earned. And fourth is timeliness principles, which means that it refers to the need for accounting information to be presented to the users in time to fulfill their decision-making needs. And last is money measurement concept. This is also known as measurability concept, means that only transactions and events that are capable of being measured in monetary terms are recognized in the financial statements.
Cash receipt butcher is a symbol which indicates the check is paying for. The term butcher is pretty universally across all areas of accounting. To simply indicate the document used in the various accounting cycles. The components of the cash receipt butcher are: first, the heading consists the name of the company and the name of the office firm. Second, the cash receipt butcher number is essential for future referencing should there a problem with the entry. The number can be used as a reference. Third, the body of the form, particulars, debit, and credit. Fourth, prepared by shows and the responsibility of the person who prepared the butcher. Fifth, check whether shows the accuracy of the transaction of the journal entry. And lastly, whether shows the journal entry is not approved for entry in the company's book of accounts.
The trial balance of total is listing the account title and getting the total of each debit and credit. The following should be observed when using a trial balance of total. First is the main heading. Main heading consists of the name of the company, name of the statement, and the date. Second is the column heading. Column heading consists of account title, debit column, and credit column. The currency sign or peso sign is only written on the following. First, figure of the column, and second is the total. The account title is arranged in accordance with its appearance in the ledger. Since we are preparing a trial balance of total, account with no figure with no ledger should be marked 0. Once you balance, you have to double rule.
Trial balance of balances. The trial balance is a report listing the ending debit and credit balances in all accounts at the end of reporting period. The trial balance has three uses. Debits equal credits. The total of all debits should equal the total of credits resulting a report balance of balance is an internal report that will remain in the accounting department. It is a listing of all the accounts in the general ledger and their balances. However, the debit balance are entered in one column and the credit balance are entered in another column. Each column is then summed to prove that the total of the debit balance is equal to the total of the credit balance. In the accounting process, the trial balance is one of the last steps that will take place of occurring just before you prepare the balance sheet and the income statement. The trial balance is not meant to outside use and is intended only to be seen and used internally by the manager and owners of the business. It lists all of the accounts that we use during accounting cycle.
Molly, Molly is a girl like no other
I am
in
Stephen
this
Amanzor.
world.
We'll discuss to you
She's
about
so
the
cute.
rape or viewing
Ooh,
sectors
ooh,
and
ooh.
application of
There's
accounting
one
principles.
thing
But first, the
that
Bible states in
they're so
Joshua chapter 1 verse 11 says that pastor
girls
the
like
house.
you. It's true. She's hot but a prude. She's mine, she's mine, she's mine. Oh. She won't go parties if there's out. Go home, the smell of smoke makes her choke. And for sure, she'll never talk up because she doesn't get high. Can't
Trial
touch
balance
her
of
booty,
balances.
yeah, trust me,
The trial
I
balance
tried.
is a record listing the
Fine. She's almost divine. Oh, she's fine. Oh, she's mine, mine. Oh, 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 she's fine, fine.
balances. However, the debit and balance
Come to my place
one
and
column
we'll have a
of the
good
debit
time.
balance
Don't you worry, 'cause your standards won't be compromised. Can't you see what I need is a girl like you? The only problem is that there are just so few. Girls like you, it's true. Top but a blue, and she dress so old-fashioned that she seems out of place. If you actually just a slap in the face, she's fine. She's almost divine. She's mine. Whoa. She's mine. Oh. She's fine. Whoa. She's mine. Mine. Oh, oh, oh. She's fine. Fine. Oh, oh, oh. Won't you come to my place and we'll have a good time? Don't you worry, 'cause your standards won't be compromised. Can't you see what I need is a girl like you? Problem is that there are
Process up close. First transaction take place. Then you can record these transactions in your QuickBooks. These transactions then need to be posted to the general ledger. Then you're going to be print your trial balance and make sure debit equals credit. The accounting cycle is the process that your account go through to create your financial statement each month, from entry transactions to make an adjusted interest to close in your books at the end of the month. This is the process that computed over and over. That's why it runs as a circle. You do what you said, you transparency account.
you're in my head. Whoa, you're in my head again. Whoa, you're in my. I can't define just how I feel. I looked it up, but it wasn't there. Among the words that Webster said should help describe what's in my head. I couldn't find you anywhere. Whoa, you're in my head. Whoa, you're in my. I can't define just how I feel. I think the scientists have failed with charts and graphs they tried to plot. The changing chemicals they thought would show what caused my heart to stop. It's driving me crazy. Whoa, since you've been gone, so I wrote you this song. You're up in Alberta. Whoa, while I'm stuck in Utah and I'm singing this song. I'm sick of my TV. Whoa, reality shows, yeah, you know how it goes. It's driving me crazy. Whoa, since you've been gone, so I wrote you this song. define just how I feel. Cause since the universe began, set the planets in motion. So when we met, we couldn't define the feelings felt but not defined. Whoa, you're in my head. Whoa, you're in my head again. Whoa, you're in my head again for good. Whoa, you're in my head again for good. You are in my head again for good. Again, you're in my head.
First figure of the column and second is the total. The account title is arranged in accordance with its appearance in the ledger. Since we are preparing a trial balance of total, account with no figures in the ledger should be marked 0. Once you balance, you have to double rule. Trial balance of total is listing the account title and getting the total of each debit and credit. The following should be observed when using a trial balance of total. First, main heading, the name of the company and the name of the statement. Balik.
Trial balance of balances. The trial balance is a report listing the ending debit and credit balance in all accounts at the end of a reporting period. The trial balance has three uses. Debits equal credits. The total of all debits should equal the total of credits, resulting a report balance of 0. A trial balance is an internal report that will remain the accounting department. It is a list in the general ledger and their balance. However, the debit balance are entered in one column and the credit.
I am Stephen Amanzor, who will discuss to you about the brief overviewing of accounting cycles and application of accounting concept and principles. But first, the Bible states in Joshua chapter 1 verse 11 says that pass through the host. I am Stephen Amanzor, who will discuss to you about the brief overviewing of accounting cycles and application of accounting concept and principles. But first, the Bible states in Joshua chapter 1 verse 11 says that pass through the host. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Stephen Amanzor, who will discuss to you about the brief overviewing of accounting cycles and application of accounting concept and principles. But first, the Bible states in Joshua 1 verse 11 says, siguro. Ihunong lang. Sabo. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Steven Amanzor, who will discuss to you about the brief overviewing of accounting cycles and application of accounting concept and principles. But first, the Bible says in Joshua 1 verse 11 says, balik siguro. Ihunong lang. Sabo. The accounting cycle is the process that your account go through to create your financial statement each month, from entry transactions to make an adjusted entries to close in your books at the end of the month. This is the process that computed over and over. That's why it runs as a circle. You do 1 month, you set your income expense account back to zero.
Whoa, you're in my head. Whoa, you're in my head again. Whoa, you're in my... I can't define just how I feel. I looked it up, but it wasn't there. Among the words that Webster said should help us